I'd make a joke about this ship being the most popular season 1 because Scott was essentially the main character, but someone's gonna have a problem if I say the quiet thing out loud. Okay, so Flower Husbands. Do I even need to introduce this ship? Most of us love it. We all know season 2 ruined it. Don't deny it. It's season 2. We know how things go with it. But, what more could I say about it? What unique, fresh take could I have about it? Well, as you probably guessed from the title, knowing what I'm going to title this, but let me scream it into the void for people that just click on my uploads without reading the title. Flower Husbands peaked at Third Life. It's the best fucking version. Now, I will explain my objectively correct opinion, but let me put some ground rules down first so we're all on the same page. I'm not talking about season 2, because I can summarize it in 3 words, those being it done fucked. So we're not gonna be talking about season 2 Flower Husbands because there's barely anything to talk about anyway. And 2, I'm a biased human. I will always be, and these are my opinions. Feel free to argue me in the comments about it, but do be civil and respectful. Also, we're not talking about the actual people, we're talking about the characters for anybody that thinks that are all shipping that isn't. Usually, you can gladly go jump off the balcony. I live on the 3rd floor, you will most likely be fine. Let me get this out of the way. I don't hate Flower Husbands season 1. It might sound like I do, but I don't. Trust me, if I hated it, you would already know about it. But let me say this. I don't think it's as good as Third Life because season 1 relies too heavily on Flower Husbands, like what happened in Third Life for Flower Husbands, what that brought forward to the table, what started the table, I should say. And that's kind of a problem. I will explain why. Now, this is coming from somebody that didn't watch Scott's Third Life POV until after Empires had ended. And it didn't ruin my enjoyment of the season. It didn't even ruin my enjoyment of Flower Husbands. But I left it needing more. I left it needing context. Because it didn't really have context. Flower Husbands in season 1 was kind of just a thing that happened. It relied heavily on the groundwork laid by Third Life, and you might think that's fine, but it's not. It does a good job of establishing it as something you would want to see by measure of being something that Scott wants, but that's kind of about it. It doesn't have more without Third Life, and that's a problem. That's a problem. I get why there wasn't more. I get it. Season 1 is very packed already, and it took in a space of 5 months, I believe, if I remember correctly. I think I'm remembering that correctly, but I could be very wrong. It didn't have more room for any more meaningful interactions except the episode dedicated to it and Scott's finale. By the way, a little bit of a tangent, but I'm never gonna fucking forget. I was in Scott's stream that day. He was playing Pokemon Arceus, if I remember correctly. He was like, my ending's not gonna be as sad as it was in Third Life. Fucking lies. We were all fucking lied to, but that's... Call me a master of segues because that was seamless. Fucking Christ. God, it's okay. But in all goddamn seriousness, Third Life is my head comfort when I can't drag myself out of bed to go rewatch Shira from Save the Card onward. It's the reason why I fixed my season 2 use Flower Husbands, because it reminded me of all the good in the ship. All its faults, all its best moments, all of it on display for all of us to see. If Nature Wife Season 2 is the example of the purest form of love, Third Life Flower Husbands is the most honest example of we'll make it work. And that's special on its own, ain't it? Now, come on, look at the strawberry blonde and his flower husband with me. And if you have to go, have a wonderful whatever time it is for you, and stay safe.